You know what I hate the most? Being wrong. And I don't mean the little things like burning dinner or buying the wrong size shoes. I mean being devastatingly, life-alteringly wrong about someone. I thought my second husband would be better. Turns out, he's just another broken promise. Jobless, drunk, and last week, he broke my son's arm. I'm Rachel, I'm 35, and this is my story. It's not one I'm proud of, but maybe, just maybe, it'll stop someone else from making the same mistake. My first marriage to Eric was dull. Stable, yes. Secure, sure. But dull in a way that makes your soul feel like it's shrinking. Eric was the kind of man who'd remind you to put air in your tires or pay the electric bill early. He never forgot anniversaries, but he also never made me feel anything. No spark, no rush, just routine. When I met Caleb, it was like someone turned the volume up on life. He was charming, spontaneous, ambitious, or at least that's what I told myself. We met at a friend's engagement party. He made everyone laugh without trying. He pulled out my chair, remembered my drink, touched the small of my back when he walked by. He made me feel seen, something Eric had long stopped doing. I told myself I deserved someone exciting. I convinced myself that passion was the missing piece. So when Caleb started messaging me, just to check in, I let it happen. Coffee turned into lunch. Lunch turned into hotel rooms. And hotel rooms turned into divorce papers. Eric was surprisingly calm when I told him. Didn't yell, didn't beg, just nodded slowly, asked about custody, and said, I hope he gives you everything I didn't. I told myself that proved I was right. Eric had no fight in him. But now I wonder if he just knew better than to fight for someone who already had one foot out the door. Caleb moved in 2 weeks after the ink on my divorce dried. I told friends it was because Liam's 7-year-old son needed stability. But the truth? I was scared of being alone. Terrified, actually. At first, it was perfect. Caleb brought Liam little toys, took him for ice cream, let him stay up late watching superhero movies. Liam smiled more than I'd seen in months. But the cracks? They were already there. He made excuses about money. Said he was between jobs, but interviewing everywhere. He'd pour whiskey into coffee mugs before noon. Dismissed my concerns with a wink and a kiss. I ignored it all. Because I wanted it to work. Because I needed to prove that leaving Eric was the right call. We got married in a courthouse. Simple. Fast. I told people it was romantic. The truth? I didn't want too many eyes on it. That year, I paid most of the bills. Told myself it was just a phase, he'd bounce back. But when his severance ran out and I found out he pawned Liam's Nintendo Switch for gas, I felt something shift. My mother called it out. Said I was moving too fast, too blind. Said she didn't trust his eyes. I didn't listen. I never do. The drinking got worse. The excuses got sloppier. I found empty vodka bottles under the bathroom sink, tucked behind towels. He'd tell me I was overreacting. That I didn't understand how hard it was to be a man without work. That I was emasculating him by always bringing up the bills. We started fighting. At first, it was low, snide comments under our breath. Then it got louder. Accusations. Shouting. Once, he punched the wall right next to my face and said it was just frustration. I almost left then. Almost. But Liam adored him. Still called him Dad when Eric wasn't around. Still believed Caleb was a superhero in disguise. I didn't want to break his heart, so I ignored the way mine was splintering. Until last Tuesday. It started like any other evening. I was cooking dinner. Caleb was watching television, drink in hand. Liam was bouncing a ball in the hallway. Caleb snapped. Told him to stop. Liam didn't hear, he was wearing headphones. Caleb stood up. Too fast. Too hard. He grabbed Liam's arm roughly, trying to yank him toward the living room. Liam fell. Hit the edge of the coffee table. The sound. God, I'll never forget that sound. I screamed. Liam screamed louder. And Caleb? He just froze. At the ER, I told the nurse what happened. I didn't lie. But I didn't tell the full truth either. He grabbed him too hard, I said. Was it intentional? I don't know. But I did. Deep down, I did. Liam's arm was broken. Clean break. Doctors said he was lucky it wasn't worse. Caleb tried to follow us into the room. I told him to leave. Told the nurse he wasn't family. For the first time in a year, I felt certain about something. I texted Eric that night. Told him everything. And for once, I didn't filter it. The next day, I filed for a restraining order. The police served him at our house. He didn't fight. Didn't cry. Just nodded and said, I always mess things up. He moved in with a friend. Started rehab, said he wanted to get clean. I didn't stop him. But I also didn't follow. Now, it's been 6 weeks. Liam's arm is healing. He sleeps with a nightlight now. Says he dreams that Caleb comes back mad. I've started therapy. For me, not to fix a marriage. Not to justify a mistake. Just to figure out how I got here. Eric has been amazing. More involved. Present. Steady. He never said, I told you so. Never judged. Just looked at me the other night and said, Rachel, some storms we chase, some we survive, but some we invite. I thought my second husband would be better. But now, I know better. Better isn't louder, or wilder, or more charming. Better is kind, safe, dependable. Better never raises his hand. Better doesn't break your son's arm. And next time, if there ever is one, better starts with me.